Welcome to Dealer Talk with Jen Suzuki, where inspiration meets action. This is your spot to grow, level up, and lead with fresh ideas. From sales to service, from frontline teams to executives, we're dropping weekly knowledge and insight to keep your store sharp, relevant, and profitable. Let's get into it. Welcome back, listeners. I've known Jessica Colan for over 10 years, and I've trained her team. They show up every single Tuesday for my live classes. They're always trying to sharpen skills, and this is what I love about her. She just doesn't always chase a shiny tool. She really tests the tools inside with real processes with her team, and I wanted to ask her to join me today on how she's leveraging AI into her department. Now, she runs a great BDC department. In fact, it's number 2 in the nation for Kia. Woo! I'm so proud of you guys. Yes. You guys always take everything to the next level.
Well, thanks, Jen. And, I love to be here. You told me you wanted to do this yesterday. So I was like, oh, okay, let me put some notes together. And, I've been using Matador for about 2 years. It's one of the first AI tools that I happen to use hands-on. I demoed a few others, but what I realized is that, AI tools, they really need a human behind. You really got to teach this AI tool to be your best BDC agent that's going to work for you 24/7, so it really matters what information you input in there when it comes
So does it operate like GPT? Because I think for most of us, like me, I'm using GPT like every day, but it does remember me. Is that what you mean? Like you got to teach it stuff? Or does that mean that you're going to upload something and you got to make some modifications before you push it out?
Well, Matador has like a back-end tool. It's a superhuman like configuration. Like you kind of like you can ask it questions like a customer and it replies back to you based on the information you input in it. So, one thing I put in, just like you do in ChatGPT, like you want to be human, you wanted to ask questions, you want to give them options. If you don't let Matador know that, then it's going to sound very generic.
Okay.
So you really want to teach it to sound like you and answer questions like you so that it can keep that engagement going, even if you're not really watching the conversation.
Okay, understood. Okay, so hit me with the ways that you have learned over the last 2 years as like your sacred features. These are the things you use the most. Tell me how you use them. What are they? I want to learn. Teach me.
Well, one thing is, like I said, with Matador, they have sequences and workflows that you can set up for your leads. And you can make this very customizable based on the source. So as your leads come in, you can let the customer know, hey, I see you've been working a deal on my on Auto Trader. You can specifically say Auto Trader, or you can say Sam's Club, and you can ask them, hey, were you looking to replace or add this vehicle? And then if the customer answers positive, then you have that next question prepared on your workflow, and it will start keep the engagement up. If it needs a human, it would alert you, hey, I need a human. This customer's asking more questions than what you taught me, basically. But if you teach your Matador enough, it will keep answering those questions.
Okay. Yeah. So is that how you've found it to work best for you? Is that you're actually creating workflows for all of your different lead sources?
Yes, I create different workflows and then a response back to it to keep the engagement. Even if it goes negative, I can let Matador, hey, the customer response is negative. Let's be apologetic. Let's see if there's anything that we can still help with. And then alert a human right away. It'll text me, hey, look into this. I've also used it like broadcasting several messages. That's also a really cool feature that I found with Matador that I don't find in other ones. If I want to alert customers that has 3 months left on their payments, and I want to give them that little loyalty text message.
I like that.
Yeah, absolutely, right? I let them know, hey, Mr. Customer, thank you for being a loyal customer. I have these great benefits I would like to discuss with you. Are you still the owner of that 21 Kia Sorento you own? Right away, I'll get this message back like, yes, I still own that car. And then that creates the engagement. I get that opt-in and I can start the conversation flowing. And then I get multiple. I mean, you really want to customize it. You don't want to just grab any list and you don't want to grab too many at a time because you'll be surprised how many reply backs you will get.
Okay.
So you want to be prepared and make sure you're staffed correctly because one thing you don't want an AI tool controlling, doing all the whole conversation. If you can get
Okay.
a human involved, great. I would definitely suggest you get a human involved. AI definitely does not replace the BDC agent, but you can make it your best friend. It can work for you super 24/7. That's the no
Mm-hmm.
days off. That's what I love
Mm.
about it. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, okay. Let's rewind. So you targeted a lease, not a lease, but a loyalty list where their terms coming up in upcoming 3 months, let's say. Are you getting this list from another source, or are you able to refine that through your DMS?
That's a good question. Listen, you can, as long as you can download the list in a CBS file, and you
Mm-hmm.
can get the customer's number, first name, last name, and maybe the year, make, and model they drive. You can pull it from Auto Alert. You can pull it from your backend tools, True, like TrueCar, Auto Trader. Everything has their own backend tool that you can pull the list. You can do it from the CRM
Mm-hmm.
as well. If I want to target just internet leads that came in, or people I had a conversation with the last 3 days, and just send them, hey, I know we spoke the last 3 days. I just wanted to touch bases again and make sure that we didn't miss anything.
Powerful.
I can send those messages
Mm-hmm.
instantly in a group, and I can get response backs right away.
Okay, so you find your group and you've got multiple sources to pull a CSV file
Mm-hmm.
from, and you are going to craft a workflow for this campaign. You're going to push it out as a text, and
Yep.
you're going to have the manpower to man the leads that are coming in. Are they coming in through your CRM?
So you can use just the Matador backend tool. A lot of Matador does partner with a lot of CRM tools that the conversations are instantly in there, which is great. I've also had the experience of using it without it integrating with my
Mm-hmm.
CRM, and you can still push your lead
Mm-hmm.
to your CRM. So if you want that
Oh, okay.
conversation to get pushed over, it absolutely you can do that.
Does
So
it
it's
do that
whether
individually?
yeah, individually.
So if
You
you
get
get a thread going with the customer, you're like, we need to push that into the CRM for
exactly.
history.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, you push it to the CRM because it's a lead. It became a hot lead.
Right.
You opened up. If you're looking at these customers that are coming out their leases, these are closed opportunities in our CRM. So now I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
push it to my CRM as an open opportunity, and it showed the engagement of the conversation that opened up the opportunity.
Okay, okay. I really love what you're doing here. For me, this is modern day mining because
Mm-hmm.
you're able to look at a lot of different sources, a lot of different lead types. And you know me, I'm always trying to target the low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
And this is like ultimate lead revival.
Absolutely. That's what I absolutely love about it. I mean, whether you're looking at some older leads, or you're trying to just re-engage with your ghosted leads, I
Mm-hmm.
think it's a great tool to send out multiple messages at one time, or just
Okay.
have an instant flow of messages keep going out. Because when you set up your workflows and your sequences,
Mm-hmm.
day 3, a message is going to go out. Hey, I know you were researching for the Ultima. Did you find one yet? I happen to have 3 great ones I would love to show you. Or are you local to us? But like once again, it's very important the human behind it and what information you're putting in there for it to ask your customers. Because if not,
Mm-hmm.
it's
You're going to
just
lose
basic.
them.
Yeah, just basic.
Or you're wasting their time with the
Mhm.
wrong information, the wrong message.
Yeah, I've had the experience of using another AI tool that I can't control, that I can't
Mhm.
control, that I can't teach, and it's so generic that sometimes I'm like, oh my god, am I losing deals with this? I'm like,
I've seen this as well.
yeah.
A lot of companies slapped on an AI tool to say they have AI, but it then becomes counterproductive in their sales process for many
Mhm.
reasons. But that's another episode. Okay, you've given me this is great. I love this. I love to see the power of technology, and the tools are evolving so much. Is there a new feature maybe or another feature that you would say is one of your go-to strategies that really helps your team perform?
And another feature with the Matador.
Yeah.
So aside from the superhuman alerts and the broadcasting, you have your sequences. I also do videos. I send videos through Matador. I like that
Mm.
because you're allowed to see exactly when the customer views it and how many times they viewed it.
Okay.
So, that gives you little alert to like, hey, what did you think about it? You know, I seen you
So
checking it out.
are you shooting a video that's broad? It's a generic video that you're pushing out to a group of people. Is that what you mean?
Typically, I like to like get my salespeople involved. So if a
Mm.
customer engages with me and they let me know, you know, they have interest in a specific center they've seen, I'll let them know, hey, I'll have my product specialist send you a video, show you more features on it. So we'll do a quick little walk around. I always let my salespeople know, don't give me a full walk around.
Yeah, you know me. I'm
I'm like,
like
don't
30
give it all
seconds.
away. I want them to come in, you know, just show them, hey, I got this
Yeah,
covered. Did
it's
you
a
know that we
gesture.
have, yeah, I let them know, like, hey, do you know we have the best warranties around? Wait till you come in.
Value
I have so
based.
much to show you. You know, I let them know, like, don't give it all away. Just really quick, 30, 40 seconds.
Okay.
Introduction. We have the car you have that you
Yeah.
want, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like see it in their face.
I need to understand this better. You're having a salesperson help you create a video for on a car for a very specific situation. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And then
Mm-hmm.
you found a group of people. Let's say it's somebody that was looking for a particular unit over the last 6 months. I don't want to put words in your mouth. I'm just trying to put this together. But help me with the understanding the scenario. Maybe they were looking for this car for the last 6 months, and now suddenly you have this car. So you want to push out to those 6 months of people. Hey, this is the car, and you're going to send it through a video, through a text, or an email, or both. How does that work?
If videos would be individually, I can't send a video to a group of people. I can
Okay.
send a text to a group of people. But the videos I usually do as we have that engagement. So we created engagement already.
I see.
Then I get a product specialist involved to kind of like show them, hey, we have the inventory.
Are you shooting the video in Matador, or are you shooting it on your iPhone and being able to upload it?
You could do either or. You have the manager does have the feature. You could do it right from their feature, and they also have some cool little filters you can use. But I definitely a lot of my salespeople do use their phones and then upload it.
Okay.
And it's pretty simple. You can save them in the library. It's pretty good.
Okay. Well, you've given us 3 good ways to use Matador today, and I really appreciate you because I've seen you use it, and I've also seen like your responses, and I quite frankly have always been impressed with Matador. I've seen a lot of the different tools out there, but there's a distinct difference between what I've seen Matador do in the types of language that they use in their content.
That's really cool too.
Yeah, and for me, that really stands out because sometimes it sounds like so robotic, and you're just like, that's AI. And it's not that we're trying to replicate a human, but we are trying to create more efficiencies with our human workload. And so that's the thing that's always struck me. How would you explain the language that's pumping out to the customers? And I know you've said you've used other tools. What would you say is the difference?
What the difference is the input that you could put in. If you can show it how to talk, show it your tone, show it your questions, show it how to keep the conversation going. That's what you need. You don't just train the AI, you know? So you train it like it's a new hire, like a new BDC hire. That's what I would like to say. That's how you should train your AI tool, whichever it is, whether it's Matador or another one. The biggest thing I would say is find out if you can input information. Because if you can't input information, then you're going to sound generic and you're going to sound like everybody else who has that tool. And that's just a fact.
Right. And that's, yes. And of course, we're always trying to separate ourselves and be memorable, right?
Exactly.
My 2 things.
For real. I was like, if I can, like, I'm not going to sound like every other dealership. I don't want it to sound like every dealership. I want it to sound like me and how I train my team and how to, keep that engagement and questions.
You want your processes to be cohesive.
Yeah. And then when my agent picks up the conversation, my customers never knew they were talking to
a different person. Okay. So do you guys name your AI? Because here's what I notice in a lot of stores. They name it, and then the customers come in and they're like, oh, we're here to see this name. Yeah. And then it causes confusion.
Yeah, my AI does have a name because if the customer asks, it's supposed to tell you. But in a lot of my messages, I don't ever mention that I'm AI. I just act like it's me asking a question, and
we're on the team.
Back and forth conversation. You know, I use it because I don't have it integrated in my CRM. I kind of use it as a manager benefit, and that's where all my manager messages come from. So it's always coming from Jessica. It's always coming from Cole, my assistant, and money, unsold visits. All right. I can send
Mm.
all yesterday's unsold visits
A message from the manager.
a message from the manager, and it customers respond back. The good thing
Yeah.
about it too is not an opt-in. A lot of places, you have to opt in, yes or no. It's an
Mhm.
opt-in, of course, because we need consent,
Sure.
but it has the message with it. If
Mhm.
the customer could read the message,
I
then
like that.
then they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, oh, okay. If they just see, oh, opt into city, to whatever
No,
dealer,
right.
no, I don't want them bombarding me with messages.
Exactly. But if
But
they see a message that's tailored and it
Mhm.
still allows them to opt out, then we good.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I really like the end of this time together because as a manager, I see the value in. I say this all the time. You've heard me say this. Do they take TOs on the calls that are the most important? And oftentimes, I know you guys do it, but because you're sitting there right with everybody, most dealerships, they don't tag in a manager on a warm call where we can't get them and we lose opportunities. So anytime there's a tool that allows a manager to shine and showcase that we care
Mhm.
and plug in at a time where we've got low hanging fruit, I'm like very excited about. So,
Yeah.
well, thank you so much, Jessica. I love working with you and I love working with your team. I love the way that you guys are always testing boundaries. And the most important thing is that I feel like you're always trying to find a competitive advantage and you're always challenging your team, whether it's tools or it's process. It's really the only way that people get to that next level. So thank you. Thank you for sharing your expertise.
Anytime. I love working with you, Jen, as well. So anytime you want some information, I love getting information from you. I like you push me to do better. So I definitely appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Okay. Thanks everyone for listening to Dealer Talk with Jen Suzuki. Don't forget, my weekly live classes are designed to keep your team fired up, skilled up, and focused on results. Subscribe right now at edealersolutions.com.